these players come out swinging, just going straight back to their mains. They're out for blood. Right, this is a real run back. This isn't any goofy set. These are players with something to prove. Going over that toe kick. Getting the wall splat out of it.
Round 2. Fight.
Alright, getting the heat. The Tekken Cross Street Fighter, yeah. I mean, we kind of got a taste of what Tekken Cross Street Fighter would be like with Akuma in Tekken 7. And now I don't know if people are ready for it. Like, oh my god, that police car is going wild. Ooh, the damage.
Round 3. Fight.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, the existence of Akuma in Tekken 7 definitely shows that, you know, the project could work. Like, it's possible. But as far as, you know, how balanced it would be, there's still a lot of work to go into it. You know, if they handle it in the way that, you know, Tekken characters play like Tekken characters, and Street Fighter characters play like Street Fighter characters, you know, it would be a bit tricky. Though, I guess with Tekken 8, there is something to be said about the possibility of having it so that, you know, Street Fighter characters get meter that they can build throughout the course of the match, whereas Tekken characters get heat that they have at the beginning of the match.
Final round. Fight.
So they're kind of balanced in that way. You know, both of them get their own little, get their own meters. One of them starts off with meter. One of them needs to earn meter. But the trick is, you know, the Street Fighter characters can get a lot of meter in one game, whereas heat is limited. Hell, you can even make it so that the Tekken characters get, like, maybe more bars of heat.
You win.
But, you know, once they use up those bars of heat, it's gone for good. If you use them all too quickly, you're not going to have them. Whereas the Street Fighter characters will be able to get their meter back throughout the course of, you know, however many matches. But I think ultimately, no matter how you cut it, Tekken Cross Street Fighter will be a mess. If it ever comes out, it'll be a mess. Balance-wise, it'll be insane. It'll basically be a party game. But I mean, some people that's fun. You know, I would argue that And to be honest, you know, it's might be a controversial opinion, but I would argue that Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is a sort of like a party game type fighting game. You have infinites that are completely tournament legal. You have really defined tiers. But it's fine because people love the game and people play within the confines of those tiers and, you know, those insane infinites. So it's not like you can't make a party fighting game. But I don't know if it would have the same competitive scene as yeah, as Street Fighter or Tekken. Street Fighter Cross Tekken also completely butchered the Tekken characters' personalities. Yeah, it's because the way Street Fighter handles personalities in general, it is kind of different from Tekken. You know, Street Fighter is very over the top in a more cartoony way, I'd say. Whereas Tekken, you know, obviously can be over the top, but they kind of try to play it straight. For the most part. You know, like, there are so many goofy aspects of Tekken's story that we're just expected to take completely seriously, and this is not a joke. You know, the characters do silly things, like King talking in completely Jaguar growls, and that is meant to be taken completely seriously. King is not like a joke character or anything. You know what I mean? So, the way those two games do personalities is vastly different. And I think what happened with Street Fighter Cross Tekken is that they tried to apply Street Fighter personalities to Tekken characters to make them fit in more with the world around them. And it didn't really translate quite as well. Which is probably why they chose Akuma for Tekken 7. Like, he's a very serious character. He, you know, he fits in well enough with the Tekken lore.
You win.
Yeah, he's got nothing goofy about him. Yeah, Ace starting off strong, taking the first two matches. Yeah, there's nothing goofy about Akuma. He just wants to fight.
Get ready for the next battle.
Rufus, yeah. Rufus... Rufus is a goofball. I think Bob is Rufus done right.
Round one.
Like, taking that sort of character and, again, playing him completely straight. Like, I remember seeing Bob in Tekken 6, and, you know, convincing my brother to play Bob just because, you know, we as kids found it funny because, like, haha, Kung Fu Fat Guy, as we called him. But when you look at his story, there's, like, a genuine reason why he, you know, he puts on the weight that he does. Like, it is an active choice that he makes because he truly believes that it will help his fighting style. It's kind of the same mentality as sumo wrestling, to an extent. I guess it's kind of like if they took Ganryu and gave him a better story. He was fine up until Tekken 2. Yeah, they got rid of Bob. Bob's gone. I don't miss Bob. Not because I don't like him as a character, but because I don't like his playstyle.
No choice.
Dude was annoying. So many good tools, and no one talked about him. Bob in Tekken 7 was a sleeper, and I will stand by that. A little hidden top tier. Ooh, good step.
Round 2. Fight.
Yeah, no, Ace is playing really well. He's just kind of doing his thing.
Fight.
It's fine. I think he's kind of like playing for fun now, and so he's just kind of doing whatever. But doing whatever in Tekken 8 kind of works. Dr. Boskanovich for Tekken 8, or Boskanovich, oh my god, Boskanovich, as they say in Tekken 3. It could be interesting. Maybe like after 10 years, right? When we've exhausted all Tekken characters, except for like the worst ones. And there are just so many characters. We got like a 50-person roster again, like 60-character roster. The balancing's a mess. No longer do we have any hopes of having a balanced game because there's just so many matchups to learn. And there's like, you know what if we should add Dr. Voskonovich? Just for fun. I feel like people would accept it at that point. Like, yeah, sure, man. Voskonovich, whatever. Man, that's something to think about. Like, with this game, going, you know, let's say 10 years into the future, potentially. So 10 seasons. If we get 4 characters each season, that's going to be 40 characters in DLC. How insane would that be? Like, imagine having a 72 character roster.
Get ready for the next battle.
I feel like at that point they would reach the party game status. Yeah, no, I mean that's their plan, and they have everything sort of set up for long time support, right? The battle pass is very much a long time support type thing. the Tekken shop. Right, all of these, like, microtransactions, it's easy to look at them and say that it's just, you know, them trying to make a quick buck in the here and now. But it's also a really good way for them to continuously make money off of this game for a long span of time. Right, like that's a pretty consistent monetization model. Definitely more consistent than, you know, releasing DLC characters and DLC stages and whatnot. Like, you release, you know, a few costumes, takes way less effort than making a new character, way less effort than making a new stage. You know, Ace might just sweep this. It's very possible. It's a big one. Ooh, nice. Good punish. Hold on, FrostyDad might bring it back. Or maybe Ace. Maybe Ace doesn't want that to happen. Ace has got a pot of soup boiling downstairs, and he's trying to get over to it. He's on a time crunch. That soup is almost boiling. It's actually been a while since I've actually had proper soup. Now that I think about it. For this damage. Hold on. One more hit can do it. The cane is spent. And that'll do it. Ace with the 5-game sweep. GG's. I'd say that was a pretty nice little first to 5 to, you know, to cap off our tournament with. Yeah, and again, GG's to everyone tonight.